BRDM actually protect you from a mortar, or would the explosion actually kill you? Tim Fee. Does the BRDM actually protect you from a mortar, or would the explosion actually kill you? Tim Fee finds 2 players so far, and it's Zenny with a little bit of covering fire to finish up. Does the BRDM actually protect you from a mortar? Alright, here we go. I do need... Okay. We're good. We're trying to do a lot at the same time. True, how you doing? Are you bored? Do you want to come cast? Got a lot going on right now. With all my screens. World Cup, fair enough. Totally understandable. I had my coworker that knows nothing about soccer. Just take random guesses at the World Cup, and I want to see how well she does. I thought it was going to be really entertaining for me. So far, she's gotten just the Germany game wrong. Though she did make a couple of wild guesses. She got Morocco right, which was hilarious. Oh, I was... say I don't know where my... Ooh, looks like we're gonna start off with a little bit of a hot drop. More of a vehicle just driving away from OK Garment. Morocco... Yeah, Morocco is good. But I feel like most people had them losing. So it wasn't necessarily, like, a big surprise. But I feel like, overall, it was technically slightly closer to them losing. It was pretty even from the guesses, I think. Or I'm going crazy. I wouldn't take too much of what I say to heart about the World Cup. I keep a very loose grasp on it. Kind of just checking in on a day-to-day to see what's going on. I don't have enough time to actually sit around watching it because I'm doing, well, stuff like this. But we do have another hot drop. Keep Out versus LP. Don't worry, there's nothing loose about it when I come to my grasp near you, True. As, ooh, Zebril getting pushed by Rask, but he is able to find the shots. Only had 2 bullets left in the barrel. Backs off. He has found himself a Tommy gun. Screaming goes down right afterwards, and he finds Pio as well. So that's 3 players down. Wills is making his way over here. Looks like he was taken out by Sheriffs. He took down Sheriffs. That's the way that goes. Now we'll see Zebril versus Wills. I mean, it seems like they're aware of each other. Wills is just gonna chuck down a smoke as his teammate kind of crawls over to him. Right now, it's looking like Wills is going to be able to get the res. I feel like here's the footsteps from Zebril, who's, I don't think, going to make it over here in time. The res should come out. It does, kind of sprays through, doesn't find anything. Only 11 bullets left on the Tommy gun. And... oh... okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Out of the way, I guess. Minimize. Bring something else up. Okay, I am live. It looks like we lost, we lost our clean feed for a second here. Oh, darn. We'll pay. Okay, we're back. Zebril is still alive. It looks like he got a knock onto Rask. Oh, Oh, and now we're kind of buffering again. Oh, we're back? Okay. We still see the fight going out. Zebril finds the last one on to keep out. Down they go. Looks like we may be having some slight connection issues. But that's okay. I'm working on things in the background to make sure our viewing pleasure is not taken away from us. Trying to kind of have PUBG up. I am also spectating this because I want to go back into the replay. That way we can like see a couple of things and how things played out from different POVs, hopefully afterwards. Or if there's like a mortar kill, or like if we see a triple nade or anything in the kill feed that we don't see on the live feed, we'll be able to kind of like pop back to it. Right now we have one team already down. Just wait until the clean feed reconnects. There we go. We have reconnected. And it doesn't really look like we've missed too much. There's a couple of dead players. There's no more dead teams than there was before. We should be good. We'll watch the rest of it, just trying to check. Yeah, I think that's gonna be fine. See a quick flick of the screen, it's because I'm alt-tabbing back and forth between things really quickly. But yeah, here we go. New Gen All-Stars making their way in. It looks like down to the south. Zebril has Voxic driving right by him. Doesn't seem like he's too interested in actually taking the shots. Theoretically, he can just slowly pick up all his teammates' chips and res them, even if it's in the blue zone. He should have plenty of heals. Ooh, Paraguay going right by topic for Mog. I believe I saw, yes, sneak attack in here for Mog today. Always fun to see his name in here. And the Wolves are here today. I know they weren't last week. They have, I think, most of their roster, and so that should be interesting as Kalawi trying to go for these shots onto Paraguay. So Mog still continuing the fight with this team so far. Tiska found one, so didn't sneak attack, but Danny gets the trade onto sneak attack, who is a little bit farther away. Kalawi takes down Danny, and all of a sudden Vaker is the last player left. He's going to try and get his teammate into the car. You don't have time to go for Danny. Yeah, this team's already over here. I think you had to try and just disappear, but Vaker does get the knock onto Kalawi, but Tiska from the side with the MK takes him down, and Paraguay is our second team eliminated. If you're still here, how are you surviving the heat wave that's going on, or is there a heat wave around your area? I guess. No, we got one up here right now. You have AC? Yeah. I have an AC right behind me that's just blowing straight on my back. I think it's only like 85 around here right now. It's supposed to be 90s tomorrow. Ooh, Maya gets spun out. All it takes is one more shot. Bailcross does connect with that. So down goes Maya. Yeah. I don't know what your personal preference is for temperature, but personally, anything over 75 for me is already too warm. That's where I call it, 75 degrees. You like it hot? Oh. Dry heat. Dry heat's better. Where I am, it's just straight, like, 60% plus humidity. Yeah. Definitely more of a dry heat. Yeah, no, it's heavy humidity in Maine. So, no fun, no fun. Ooh. Interesting little zone here going further up to the north. You had all the teams that were along the hillside here. And no one really beside them anywhere else. Lopes was peeking up and over, but he took so much damage on that peak that Gladiator is the one that finishes it off. He takes down both Stokely and Shinboy before backing up, and both of the players are going to go for a heal. As, ooh, the Wolves have taken a lot of damage over here. Silly Mode shot in the back. True, who is Silly Mode? I know it's an alt account. I could not for the life of me remember whose alt it was. And I've been thinking about it for like over half an hour now. Starts with an F. Fucking ridiculous that I can't remember. That's what it is. Dude, I know what it is, too. They've used this account before. And I just can't remember. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was pretty sure it wasn't a North American player. As it looks like we have a fight between Rejected and 4-0. Rejected, the only team that started as a 3-man in this first match today. Yeah. Blood. Blood. Yep. Okay. Fauna taking down Cowboy with the nade there. Has an MG3 in hand as well. I should have known that. Yeah. It is just, the Wolves' full regular roster is playing. What are your opinions on that Wolves roster, True? As Fauna, he wants to hit those shots onto Balefrost, but just isn't connecting. A little bit of covering fire coming out from Animaniacs to make Balefrost back up. Oh, Fauna just barely got that first aid off in time. Curious about the timing of that. Ooh. They look fun. Would love to have a beer and scrim with them. Okay. It sounds like fun to me. As Gaga, it looks like we're able to finish off AKA. I don't even know if Gaga is how you say that name. Like Viejo Gaga. My personal opinion of the Wolves is that every single one of them can have their moment that can just shine and they can dominate. But I feel like there wasn't any one of them that you look at and go like, hey, that's the fragger of the team. I don't know, that was kind of my opinion of them. It's like, wow, every single one of these players could absolutely destroy and have destroyed people at various points. But I don't know which one is supposed to be the one that just sits here, shoots his gun, and frags everything. Snakers. Yeah, okay. I could see it. I was looking at Snakers as more of the IGL of the team. But obviously with H-Win, not necessarily the IGL anymore, so that could add up. Because I think Snakers still plays spot 1, and H-Win slots in at slot 2. No way, taking some shots over there towards the Gaga. Oh, yeah, 100%. Like I said, I think every single one of those players is a player that has his moments and can absolutely dominate. I just wasn't sure overall, like, it's almost like they're all more of like all-rounders rather than focused on one situation kind of thing. Billu 1996, they only have Jibs alive right now, and they have a tired team right on them. So Jibs tried to grenade something. It didn't really go anywhere towards anyone. That nade is going to go closer to Slabby now, and he's getting shot in the back. That stun goes forward. He nades forward, but it's the wrong room, and it's Gladiator through the window to hit the headshot and take him down. As RN0 getting shot in the back by Moo, getting chased. His teammate wasn't looking the right way at the beginning, but Squeezy still hits the nade and then gets a knock with the AK before going down to Varos. Now it's 22 centimeters. And Void were all that was left. 22 centimeters goes down. Void rolling along with the vehicle, tries to stop it, and that's when Gabru shoots him out and takes him down. 55 able to hold against the push from 4-0. And so Gladiator gets a knock onto Loki with that Panzer that I'm pretty sure picked up from that last player of Billu 1996. Gave them an opening, and now they can crash onto this shack if they want to. Andrew taking shots in the back. Gabru finishes him off, and that's another kill for 55, and another placement point to go along with it. They're at 7 kills so far, and I would just like to say, so far for 55, Gabru has looked like an absolute standout lately. He has been playing so well, doing so much for them, getting so many points, kills, placement. It doesn't matter. It feels like he's always alive, getting that extra kill or two here and there. So it's just, I feel like a responsibility that wasn't necessarily always on Gabru before. But he is kind of filling that role. Learn gets taken down by Gladiator, who peaked at just the right time. Almost takes down Krisen as well, trying to pre-nade. DNL gets the knock on the pull-up onto Artray. They don't know where Polka is yet. He's going for the shots. Gladiator tucks himself down, doesn't get knocked. Now they take down Krisen. One left to find, and no way are up to 10 kills already. Taking down Polka is gonna make it 11. So, I mean, no way Edge fighting their way in so far. Gladiator's up to 5 kills. He has 640 damage so far. Viejo Gaga. An interesting team. Alir, a name that I can't pronounce, NCLS, and Demostro. So far, Demostro has, I feel like, done pretty darn good work. He hops out of the BRD and does take at least one shot before making it into the shack. Hopefully they have plenty of smokes, because it's going to be a little bit difficult for them after Phase 6. It is an open field. They have some hay bales. They should be able to kind of pickaxe their way down into the ground a little bit. There's enough of a lip where I think if they can push up to it and actually pickaxe it, it will kind of work out for them a little bit. Or if they have some nades, they might be able to nade forward. As it looks like we just kind of slowed down. Mixu, Balefrost, they're both aware of Palawi over here, but clearly don't have any offensive util to get rid of him. Gonna be the zone that... It's a 2v1, so no matter what, Duel should be able to get the trade. But if the zone pulls hard south or anything, it could have really changed how this fight might have gone. It's hard to tell. I think Palawi is going to have to move before Mixu does, but probably similar timing to Balefrost. It's going to be interesting to see. Obviously, Mixu is the one that keeps on poking his head around, so Palawi probably focusing more on him than anything else. And I don't think there's a single player in the zone right now. Okay, so Demostro is throwing a couple of smokes forward. There's like no way. Already pushed down with a vehicle. I don't know if he has a pickaxe that he's going to use. 55 are making their way forward. Ugh, 55's timing makes it so much more difficult for Gaga. They have some emergency cover. That's good for them. Gives them something to work with. Okay, so Palawi does find Balefrost, and it's gonna turn it into another 1v1. Palawi has a nade! He throws the nade forward, somehow doesn't find even more damage onto Mixu, steps through, and he takes down Mixu. So Kalawi picks up both members of Duel right there. See, no way. They're still kind of up on the hillside a little bit. DNL, you went back up the hill, but I don't think that's in the zone, so you kind of just put yourself in a vulnerable position. And Kieran Gunding? L. Piern Gundin. Gundin. L. Piern Gundin. Piran? Maybe? Maybe Piran is... I don't know. Piran? So, I'm clueless when it comes to that name. True, you have any thoughts on that name? How to pronounce it? L... Piran... Gundin? Paragon took. What? Okay, Karak gets a knock onto Gladiator, so no way went from having 4 up to only 2. DNL got killed up on the hillside that I don't think he needed to go to. Paragon. Gabru. Good timing on the smoke gives him a little bit of cover from No Way. Puppy grin. Oh, that made me grin. Puppy grin. That's funny. As, ooh, those shots come out, Gladiator goes down, and No Way back to a 2-man. The Mostro gonna be the first up, but I mean, those Suns were so good. But Lopes did make sure to at least get a kill before he goes down immediately afterwards to Sweezy. 55 PD, just tried to kind of even up the kills. No Way had so many already that they were like, we'll take the rest. Slabby with the P9, he does find one, finds a second. Goes for the shots onto Gabru, almost gets the knock, has the MK out in his hand. He takes down Sweezy, so he's already found 3. Gabru gonna be the last one. I mean, no way. 14 kills at this point. Gonna be 17 if they can find Gabru. I thought 55 were gonna be the ones to win it, but I mean, all of a sudden, No Way brought it right back. Slabby doing such good work. Stuns go forward. He's repositioning towards his teammate. Gabru's just on this rock. Slabby can kind of peek this however he wants. He has the P90 and he hits the shots. That is 17 kills and the chicken dinner for No Way in match number 6. So now we're just going to go to a quick break as we get ready for match number 7. And just like that, we're already back into match number 7. I feel like that break wasn't very long at all. And it's short break or anything. About 5 minutes or something, at least. I don't know, maybe I'm going crazy. Either way, we're getting right into the match. Which means we get into the fun. And the fun is starting off with that zone. What? So I mean, theoretically, it could go Fairy Pier or Primorsk if it really wanted to. Like, Topic is killing someone with a pistol. So, Sheriff's goes down to a pistol. And I feel like LP are just not having a great time so far. Zebril obviously did great in the last match to keep them alive and going, getting those 4 kills. Oh, Sneak Attack takes a lot of damage from Negrazaki. The nade goes out, but Sneak Attack, he's no slouch when it comes to this. He was more than ready for that to come out, and he had already moved. Now he gets closer up against the building. And he's gonna get right up onto the roof. Zebril was already up here. Oh, he does see Topic all the way out there going for the spray, and it's actually Negrazaki that connects with the headshot. Sneak Attack doesn't really have any health to work with up close here. Tiska up above. LP could potentially be in a position where they survive a tough situation. Yet again, that's what they did in match number 1, down to just 1 player, but now Zebril goes down to Tiska. Oh, Kalawi kind of baits a peek out there from Negrazaki. And the last player was a little ways away. It looks like he's even further north. Kalawi gonna want to try and go for the res onto Topic, who might actually be calling out that rotate from the last player. As Duel, it looks like they've been fighting with 4-0 Wooly Balefrost. Looks like they got knocked, have been picked back up, and 22 centimeters, the only player I see left on 4-0. He is indeed the last player left. He's got a UMP and a shotgun. So if anyone pushes towards him, he'll be able to do really, really well. But as it stands, I mean, there's so many different angles they can play from. They can just wait for him. Biksu pushing up here should be able to shoot him in the back in a second. I believe Balefrost maybe might be the one to do it. So he is going for the shots. He takes down Miksu, and from behind, Penta shoots him from the 2nd floor, takes him down, and 4-0 is the first team eliminated in match number 7. Viejo Gaga. A team of players that we've kind of seen in the 1st division, some different names that maybe we haven't seen. And they're in 4th place right now. They are doing good work. Because this zone is still pretty crazy. To think about. You have Keep Out and 55 PD there. Mog is in military base. The Hogago that we just saw, just to the north of Millie base. It looks like 55 PD all coming over here. Maybe a fight about to break out between them and Keep Out. These two players seem aware of it, almost like they're trying to around the backside to take the fight. Zero pushing down. Yeah, Karak. Looks like he just pinged where Hitson was. So now we're going to see Zero kind of push up onto it. It's a rock, so it's a tough push for Zero, but that's a lot of damage onto Hitson. Rast driving out already. Hitson got the knock onto Gabru. Oh, Zero, you only needed to hit a single shot onto Hitson to get the knock. Screaming spotted out. M16 and SLR, crazy combination there. Gabru does get flushed out. Karak finds Rask, gets shot in the back, brought down to a hit point. Squeezy continues his shots over towards Screaming. Oh, there we go. Karak finding another one. This one onto Hitson. In 1080, yeah. I don't know, for some reason it didn't look like 1080 to me. Screaming. He takes a couple of shots, getting prepped and thrown by Karak. Does half damage there. The second one goes through, gets the knock onto Wills. Now it's just Screaming. M16 burst fire spray from Squeezy. And down goes Screaming. There we go, Joppa taking down Prison. Yin Yang, I mean, there is so many teams that oh, God, look at that. There's two teams already at this bridge. Duel haven't left Novo. It looks like the Wolves, possibly Bilu 1996, No Way, and AKA are all coming over to this eastern bridge. There is almost no one to the west. There's so much open space inside the zone. I think more people are in the blue zone right now than there is inside the actual play zone. Okay, are the Wolves just trying to fight Bilu all the way out here in the blue zone? Like, is that their objective? Try and find some kills out here right now. As we have the members of Toyo taking down a couple members of Paraguay. I mean, we're just sitting and waiting. There's so many players not in the play zone right now. No Way and AKA could be fighting out in the blue zone as well so far. It's going in the favor of No Way with the Dino going down. Slabby finds the nade onto Pavey, so it's Nanu, the last player left for AKA. A team that really hasn't encompassed how their normal playstyle is. Usually this is a team that we don't see kill heavy, but get plenty of placement points to make up for the fact that maybe they're not getting all of the kills that some of the other teams are. And now Nanu is running right into Bilu, trying to back off of here, but hey, Lopes is like, yeah, we'll take that knock onto Zvinny right there. He's just standing out in the open. Headshot. Headshot. Darn, I was really hoping for it. As, yeah, look, now Toyo is out in the blue zone as well. Fauna is going for pretty long-range shots onto Pablo. Brought Pablo down incredibly low. I think he even goes down to the play zone potentially here. But maybe meeting up with his teammate to get rezzed right afterwards. As our zone continues to be completely ridiculous. Almost centered up right on the bridge. See Cowboy taking some shots over here towards 55. I don't know where the rest of the New Gen All-Stars are. Maybe they're already dead and he might be the last one left. No. The rest of the All-Stars are just further along inside the zone already. So he has a little bit of catching up to do. As, hey, would you believe it? There's still teams fighting out in the blue zone. No Way have now been caught by Duel, who had a bridge camp going for a while. But I can't imagine have a ton of heals left. They've been out in the blue zone for so long. It's not like it's been hitting very hard. But it is still something that they've had to worry about. As, oh, H-Wind gets found in the boat by Kawazine. No Way he's still down there. Probably not going to be alive for much longer. Yeah. DNL goes down to the blue zone, and Penta has 5 kills, and Duel have 8 kills already. Okay, at our leaderboard, the Wolves have a measly 1 point after 1 match played. We'll see how well they're going to be able to do. I mean, 5 matches. That's what they have here in week number 4. They don't have to worry about relegation or anything, because we will be going straight back into week number 1 with series number 12. So it's going to be 55 PD right now, sitting in first place, 80 points. Mog are in second with 74. As LP... did you run out of gas, or are you just trying to coast in, be quiet, maybe? A couple different possibilities. Toyo. Wow. It's the second time I've said Toyo instead of Toyo. Just not rolling off the tongue today. They're sitting at 4 kills right now on the northern half of the bridge still. Probably one of the only teams that aren't on the military island right now. Silly Mode picking up those kills onto the All-Stars that 55 are trying to look for. Voxic does confirm his kill, and Gabru almost goes down. Shinboy M249 prone, took down Vaker out of the air. You see Negrazaki go down to the blue zone. Oh, Wooly pulling into the compound, takes an immediate headshot. 3 teams in this compound. You have Bilu, you have Viejo Gaga, and you have Duel. Balefrost, and that folded shield up immediately, gives them really good cover in this building. And this fight could stall out for a little while. They're still in the play zone. So we see Flood getting 5 kills already for the Wolves. It looks like Snakers and Voxic may pick up a couple of their own right here. 7 kills for them. Still plenty more left in the lobby to find. Toyo really connecting with their shots right now onto Yin Yang. Yin Yang just driving in a straight line. You got to do a little bit more evasive maneuvers, but somehow not a single player has been knocked yet. That's how. There is 3 different players, probably less than 25 HP, that survive all the way under the bridge before Loki finally gets knocked. I combined knocked and Loki into Noki, which is delicious, don't get me wrong. I love a good Noki soup. But it definitely wasn't the name of the player that got knocked. Blue Zone's going forward towards this member on the Gaga. Blue Zone's just not really finding anything. If they had walked all the way up here, they could have done like a Blue Zone right on round that Molotov. Does that not spread inside up here? That's kind of crazy to me. That Molotov didn't go upstairs at all. As 3x spray from Coda Kid only finds a little bit of damage, nothing else. Sweezy's the one that's able to get a nade onto Jeratab. Zello trying to look for anything kind of right along the edge, but it was Art and Zira. It was further along the hillside that found something. Now 55. Are they just sending it straight forward onto Zello here? Anchor from Sweezy gets the knock, and it's all on Coda Kid for rejected. Flushes coming out. Shinboy now getting some shots into the back of Karak. Iksu, we see get a kill with the nade, but he also flushed one of his teammates. 55, you're not quite in this zone yet. You see Shinboy biking along and you don't hit any shots onto it. Coda Kid is still in front of you somewhere. Toyo taking some shots at the Wolves as they are slowly going across. They have Yin Yang on the bridge further ahead of them. Solds had already got taken down. As, NCLS had some decent shots, but it's Tavon with an MG3. He already found one, didn't find any damage. On to NCLS, the nade getting prepped instead of going for the heal. It landed and it brought him down to just 17 hit points. And now we're going to see the first aids being used. Tavon got his off first. He's going to leave that room. NCLS only had 7 bullets, so he went for the reload instead of the spray. Now he's getting shot in the backside. Tiska had come in here. Mog, they're at 7 kills right now. They're looking for more. Rest of Mog a little bit further forward. Meanwhile, Tiska over here trying to cause some damage. MG3 from Tavon. Headshots. Blue Zone knocked. Now Jibs found on the other side by Kawazine. The flush onto Tavon, all but confirmed. Svinny, last one left in sneak attack. With a headshot, finishes off Bilu 1996. Now we are down to 6 teams, 55 PD. Still have to make it into the zone. Nanu is swimming down below the bridge. In the spot that I believe Yin Yang was. Yin Yang was able to survive and make their way at least down underneath. Andrew does get knocked and flush. Kalawi picks up those kills. as Loki prepping the nade, throwing it up above. Somehow doesn't get the flush right there, but at least gets the bleed going a little bit further. Toyo spot out Loki, doing good damage. They do get a knock. Is that opportunity to go forward? Kawazine finds a second. This is probably their opportunity, their best opportunity to try and make it forward. Topic takes a headshot there from Kawazine. Seems like he might have a 3 helmet. I mean, them taking this spot right after Yin Yang took a couple of knocks could just make it so Toyo can't make it into the zone. Once it condenses a little bit further, 55 PD do crash down onto the beach side. Sweezy throwing a nade forward. Zira found the knock onto Voxic. So the members of Toyo just continuing to try and pepper Mog now that they're the ones in the way, keeping them from pushing forward. They probably wanting to push towards Yin Yang's position. Was that just a nade from Flood? It actually found damage onto Fauna. I thought Fauna would have been too far away, but I guess not. As now, shots in the back from Flood takes down Fauna. Snakers had found a knock onto Sweezy, gets the flush as well, but Fakeson is able to knock Flood. Snakers, I think he's, I'm gonna say maybe trying to blow up the vehicle. Kawazine dropping down here, now going for the shots onto Yin Yang. Needs to get over here to try and res his teammate. Snakers, I don't see a good way for him to be able to get Flood back up onto his feet. And I mean, Flood has just had a phenomenal game so far. He had 5 or 6 kills already. As Fakeson spots out Nanu, and there we go, Snakers going for the res onto Flood, gets taken down by Zira. That's the 10th kill for a 55 PD, but Toyo are just trying to one-up them. They already have 11 kills. Down to our top 4 teams. That nade going forward right to where Zira kind of pulled up. The second one a little bit further back. Zira goes into the dip of the previous nade, and it does give him enough cover. It did indeed do enough for him. As we have a duos endgame right now. Who is the best duo? Karak and Zira. Kawazine and Fakeson. Is it, Joppa, the other member of Yin Yang, can't quite see his name. Or Pablo. Joppa and Pablo. Or is it Sneak Attack and Tiska? Find out now in this endgame. The best duo. Headshot from Karak onto Fakeson. Trying to find that just pixel angle to get the knock. Isn't finding it. Kawazine spots out the leg, the arm as well. Can't find the actual shot to finish him off. Fakeson's taking so much damage. It's Sneak Attack. It gets the first knock of the duo mode. Should be no way that Fakeson gets res anyways, but hey, Zira is going to say thank you very much for the point. He's snagging that one up. That's 11 kills now for 55. As we see Kawazine take down Japa, Tiska's the one to find Pablo. RN0 with an aid onto Kawazine. 2v2 is all that remains. 55 PD up against Mog. Blowing it down, using plenty of emergency cover. Sneak Attack does have a P90. RN0 has 6 kills so far. I mean, it is taken a while. RN0 is player that has to move already, but he's just kind of going along. Tiska took the previous spot of Toyo. .55 is correct. The closest player to the center dot. It's kind of close. Sneak Attack, maybe the most at risk. I think RN0 saw him leave the smoke. So RN0 going for those couple of jump scouts, but be a little bit tricky to push that left side there. Oh, we found some nades on the dead bodies. Stun goes out right towards him. Oh, Mog are aware of it. They're trying to single him out. These smokes are purely offensive, so they can push straight towards RN0. They knew where he was. They want to try and finish him off first and deal with the other player afterwards, but the util is coming out, so they're not able to do that. So Sneak Attack now deciding maybe we go for the other player, go around to the other side. There's a little bit more cover. I think they did see Karak. But guess what? A blue zone comes out there as well. All of the offensive util in the hands of 55 PD. Molotov Tiska goes down. Sneak Attack to follow. And 55 PD. 14 kills in the chicken dinner in match number 7. And that is a big one there for them. They were already at the top of the leaderboard. They're looking to stay there. Find out exactly where they are after a quick break before we get ready for match number 8. I don't even know. Either way, into match number 8 we go. Has immediately 3 players already knocked on the new gen All-Stars by the Wolves. Shotgun going forward. He tried to reload it, but Flood is there and he takes him down. Quick little sweep up of the All-Stars. And we hop right over to another hut drop. We have LP versus Yin and Yang, and I feel like LP, we just continue to see in a hut drop over and over again. And I mean, I suppose head drops help with fighting a little bit, but they help you practice against some of these better players in fighting. I feel like that's not really what most of the tournaments are about. Usually you have decent loot before you start fighting. So it doesn't really help too much. It's better to try to avoid these hot drops and try and get used to the game from there. Now, the Wolves, after 2 matches, they're up to 14 points. As Sheriffs takes down Joppa, LP are at 18 points. So 4 points ahead of a team that joined a day. They've played less than half the amount of matches you have. They are only 4 points behind you, and maybe these hot drops are part of the reason why. While Yin Yang sitting all the way up in 5th place, 44 points. I will say our top 2 teams on the leaderboard clearly separated themselves already from the rest of the group. 104 and 91, and then 3rd place is 68. It's going to take some hefty games to catch up to those players. As Andrew gets a knock onto 1, Sheriffs gets the trade. A Panzer had come out. That was Zebrel going down. I'm going to see a stun going up and over for Sheriffs. Kind of underhanding it. Going for the close angle. Negrazaki over here and shoots the oblivious Pablo in the back. I don't know if that boy had a headset on. Probably couldn't hear too much because of the stuns. It allowed the other player to just walk up right behind him, take him down. Easy peasy. As our zone yet again has a river in it. This one, less what the heck's going on, more of, hey, let's make sure that we're on the northern part of this zone. I mean, there's really no question that this is not going to go back to fishing camp or anything. It's going to be up to the north. There's just not enough of fishing camp or anything else inside the zone. So we see Animaniacs and Paraguay rotating hand in hand. Animaniacs, the team that stops up, and Paraguay, the ones that get to cross first, and that means that they might be able to set up a bridge camp on the other side if they so choose. These 2 teams are right next to each other on the leaderboard as well. Animaniacs with 25 points, Paraguay with 24. Learn, making sure nobody's stopped up at the warehouse. Paraguay did just take a hard left when it was time. See them continue rotating. I mean, I feel like there is not as much constant action going on. There is some weeks where it is just non-stop and I have to just keep going and going and going. But I feel like this week there just hasn't been as much of it. I just haven't had to sit here and spew out as many words. I don't know. Maybe I'm going crazy. That almost looked like a double headshot from Jibs, but it's like only one of them probably connected with the head. The other one may have just been a body shot. So Zello survives it. You have Billu 1996 up above. There's a 55 PD. We have a 2-2 split going on. I don't know. I feel like not as concentrated or something. I feel like normally I would be talking about a specific thing that's either happened or happening or something, but it's not this week. I don't know what's going on. But our Trey is able to get a knock onto Screaming, so Animaniacs weren't able to do anything to the members of Paraguay as they rotated over the bridge, but now they crash on to keep out, and it's a knock aside right now. Now Polka gets taken down by Ras, gets flushed out. Our Trey does take down Hitson, so it's back into a 2v2 right away. Our Trey doesn't get hit at all by Wills till the very end right there. And the spray from Learn just completely missed as Ras did get the knock onto Artre. Learn just in the back of the vehicle right now. Repositions, he's going to be the last player left on Animaniacs. And it's probably to a team that you really didn't want this to happen to. I mean, Keep Out is only 10 points away from you on the leaderboard, and now they're getting shot in the back by the members of No Way at the same time. Learn, trying to figure out where Wills is going to come from, going for the shots. Doesn't connect with anything yet, and that's a lot of damage put out from Wills, and he finds the kill. The Animaniacs go down in 14th. Now, No Way making their way forward, flipping around. Is that all 4 players? Ooh, that is all 4 players in the same vehicle. Not always a great sight. Usually means they weren't really able to find as many vehicles as they wanted. But hey, they found a compound that they'll be able to play from. It's what I would say, a very uncomfortable compound to play from. Just because the hillsides all around. It looks like they don't actually want to stick around. Paraguay was up above them, and they were like, let's find a different spot. I don't think this is where I want to fight from. Oh, and they go right into the middle of the Wolves, and the Wolves find them all. DNL did find 1, but the Wolves found the other 3. And maybe No Way should have just stayed at that compound. Yeah, I agree that it's not a very fun compound. It's just surrounded by hillsides, so you can't really peek anything without getting shot at. But at least you would be alive instead of rotating blind, because you had all 4 players in the same spot. So it's not like you had anyone rotating and scouting anything out. You just had everyone in the same vehicle. You run into a team, and they just wipe you. As now we slow down again for a second. I feel like I got some real ADHD brain going on right now. Need to just sit here and focus. Kawazine going for the spray onto Mog as they're rotating in the blue zone. And Mog, what is this decision here? You're kind of going back, and it ended up being right into AK. Nanu picks up 3. I mean, Mog, we're just trying to figure out a different way to rotate, and it ended up being straight into the arms of Nanu. As now Toyo taking some shots at, rejected on their rotate, and that's a knock on to Benya. Zello right here in front of Fakeson. It looks like they might even try and chase him down a little bit. Shots going out, tire popped, he keeps it going straight. Does kind of make it out of there. I don't know if they know where Benya is. Does look like Fakeson finds him, runs him over. Coda Kid is knocked as well. But vehicles have not been a very safe mode of transportation so far in this match. We have seen probably 2 or 3 teams at this point just annihilated from vehicles. Wow, we are 13 minutes into this match and the Copenhagen Wolves are already at 10 kills. Now, Zello did get a knock onto Fakeson, so rejected, getting a little bit of revenge. Low throwing the nade forward, maybe trying to get the flush onto Fakeson, prepping another one. As Solds going for a long flank. They got to send it over here towards Fakeson if they want the res. Wasn't going to happen. The blue zone was taken away, doing some damage. No water left. DMG for Paraguay. The rest of the team just kind of chilling on the edge. They're up on a hillside, so they're going to be able to get plenty of info and move forward where they think it's safe, where they can see what's going on. I mean, right now I was saying I didn't really know who would be the fragger on the Wolves, but Flood had like 7 kills in the last match. He already has 5 in this one. He's trying to say, hey, I'm right here. I can kill if I want to. And I can kill really well. As Tavon surviving in what looks like a mortar. The Paraguay. Where do you go? You have one player in the zone. He's kind of scouted it out. Baker. Be pushed forward, but you're going to have to deal with LP as they come out of Palace. There is another team in Palace, though. So it could be a third-party opportunity where you just get some kills out of it. 55 PD. No kills so far in this match. A little bit strange, just because of how many kills and everything we've kind of seen them getting. 22 centimeter takes Danchin out of the vehicle. So would you believe it, yet again, another time where the vehicle is just not working out great for people. Oh, looking around, figuring out where people are, what's going on. They have a glider in the sky as well, so plenty to find. H-Win is getting knocking a flush onto Tavon. Murillo on the backside of the shack. Blue zone goes forward. Looks like it's going to be quite far enough. That nade does a little bit of damage. Yeah, that blue zone didn't quite bounce far enough to get anything going for them. Have Snaker's kind of out on this edge. He can go for a flank onto Murillo if he wanted. He just has to be aware that Zebril is on the edge of the zone over there. It could end up causing him problems as we hop over to LP, taking down the members of MOG. Lowy, Sneak Attack, Tiska already gone. Now it's Keep Out. It's actually kind of replaced their positioning. Oh, Zebril finds Topic. What? That's all the way to the north part of the zone, much farther west. You had the last two members of both LP and MOG. Well, all the rest of the members were over here. But I do gotta say, LP having one of their strongest matches so far. Already 8 kills. The placement points puts them up to 9 points. They have half of their total points already for the previous 7 matches. And that's Ruvash getting the knock onto Hitson. That blue zone goes forward. I don't think it's going to go anywhere near far enough to do anything. Yeah. If he hadn't come down from the rooftop and he had been on that wall, I think that blue zone would have been pretty good. But just with where it was, I don't think overall it ended up great. As Paraguay, I did say that this might be a third-party opportunity for them. They throw a little bit of util, try and see if they can suss anything out. Doesn't seem like they find too much. Oh, Sheriffs, Fauna both going down to the blue zone. DMG is able to flush Sheriffs, though, get that kill. Negrazaki goes down after getting the knock onto Hitson, and Paraguay decided that the third party was no longer for them. They're just going to try and get out of here. H-Win takes down a Vaker as Sayazera and Danny kind of spin out a little bit. They're pulling up here towards Snakers and Flood, and down they go. The Wolves just finish off Paraguay in their rotation. At least the second team they've done that to. They had 16 kills right there. They have been absolutely dominating this lobby so far. Zebril goes down to Snakers, and that's going to be their 17th kill. As this nade comes forward, bounces perfectly, and Veros able to finish off Keep Out. Mark that one down. We didn't really get to see how Veros was able to finish off that team, so that is definitely one I want to go back and see. He had 3 kills there. Something that we just missed out on, and I want to be able to watch his wonderful shots. The nade obviously there at the end to get the kill. As now we just kind of slow down again. Everyone kind of on the edge of this zone. Nobody has anything towards the middle of it. Seems like it might be a little bit difficult. Veros, he did pick up that MG3 from the crate afterwards, but he barely has any bullets for it. Meanwhile, Bilu 1996 could put a hamper in the Wolves game. They've already had a great one so far, but that's a headshot immediately onto Flood, who tries to push up and towards this. But the fact that there's already a pickaxe hole makes it difficult. Zvinny is able to get the knock with the nade onto Flood. Voxic goes down right afterwards to Veros, who then gets traded out by H-Win. Those Snakers, this kind of back to the blue zone position, has to try and move forward, take care of both Murillo and Svinny. Try and get the res on his teammates, I was gonna say, but Voxic gets flushed out by Veros right there, so Svinny gonna be the last one up. Snaker's in a 1v1 up against him. That stun goes forward. Does blind him a little bit. Snaker's able to make it up here. Gonna throw another stun. Goes much too far. I don't think he's aware that Svinny is on that tree, so yeah, the shots come out. Snaker's just wasn't able to get the correct read onto Svinny's positioning. Going to be the res coming out, and H-Win, the last one left for the Wolves. And I mean, no matter what, the Wolves top 5, 17 kills was an absolutely monstrous game. We see 4-0 putting pressure onto 55. H-Win all alone up on his rock just above them. Toyo sharing the hillside right now with Billu 1996, but a lot more control of it. And 55 going to be pretty happy with that circle. That puts them in a decent spot, but they are going to have to be aware of the fact Toyo will probably coming from the hillsides to take them down. Murillo did get taken down. They might try and wait till later on, till they take down Svinny. The longer they wait, the harder the push onto 55, the more ready they'll be for it. Meanwhile, 4-0 has Veros and Moo that can position themselves up towards H-Win, while the other two hold down the spot on the edge of zone. Boyd getting good shots onto Kawazine. Veros has 4 kills from them. That's combining with the other 2 players. 6 kills total for 4-0. While Toyo is sitting here on 9 kills. Sold Kawazine still alive. I think actually the exact opposite of the duo that was alive at the end of last match. So H-Win just going to go for a hefty nade forward. He still has the MG3 and a good chunk of bullets to use with it. He makes it to the next rock, but it's not in the zone. Could be MG3 versus MG3 with H-Win and Veros both having one. Like 4-0 more, just trying to play this edge of zone, the dips that they have from the destructible terrain. As it looks like Toyo kind of want to try and stay up on this hillside, it almost looks like. Oh, as Veros finds the kill onto Svinny. That nade went forward, so they're going to be aware that H-Win is here. Do they have an exact read on where, is the question. Veros lays down with great timing to avoid some of the shots from Toyo. Definitely don't want to take a knock right now, and it looks like Util being used over towards H-Win, and that nade from Moo finishes it off. So we're down to 3 teams, 4-0, 55 PD and Toyo. Solds digging down on this tree. You know, sometimes I do think that the pickaxes are a little bit of a distraction. It is phase 8, 25 seconds, and you dig that trench, and you don't get any info about what's going on across the rest of the zone. I mean, you are just staring at the ground. That's a wasted opportunity to get a little bit of info, a little bit of scouting done. Kawazine tried to throw that nade forward, almost blocked by the vehicle, but Gabru's nade in return is able to get a knock. Sold's going to be the last one left, as Another nade follows it up to hit the knock. Finish onto Solds. 22 centimeter is on the flank of a Sentry all the way up the hillside. Void getting knocked by Crack. Might have been a re-knock. As a smoke does go out from Moo. That's going to be his last smoke, and Solds is able to find the angle onto Veros, so it's going to be just 2 players left. 4-4, nothing. 55 PD going for another win. As the Panzer lands right on the tree, but doesn't go through it, doesn't find any damage. 2 centimeter. Do you find anything with the Molotov? You don't. That nade did a little bit of damage, and Moo gets the knock onto Crack. Honestly, that emergency cover might give members of 4-0 an opportunity to move forward. Moo is making his way forward. Crack is getting res. 22 centimeter. You got to get out of this blue zone. It's going to be doing so much damage. Moo doesn't have any more offensive util, but 22 centimeter still has a Molotov. He can use it if he wants. The spray coming out, but Sweezy hits the shots onto Moo. Preps the nade. Honestly, probably wish he had the AUG out right there. Does go forward, finds a little bit of damage. Now he repositions it. Good on to 22 centimeters. So close to dead. The follow-up nade. Oh, he got the med kit off. It wasn't even a first aid. It was a med kit. That nade coming through and just barely missing out on the kill. Wheezy versus 22 centimeter. Stun was beautiful, but 22 centimeter doesn't actually make any sort of move off of it. He survives long enough for Crack to bleed out. It's at least another kill, but down he goes. Sweezy clutching it up there at the end, and it's a 6-kill chicken dinner. 455 PD in match number 8. We're going to go to a quick break as we get ready for match number 9. All right, in two match. What? This is 9? Wow. Match number 9 already. Time do be flying. I have chocolate ice cream, but real frozen right now. Give it a couple of minutes, and I think I'll thaw out pretty quick, pretty well. Question is, do we have any hut drops? I feel like one of the most normal hut drops that we see on this map is a hung shot. We'll see if that continues to be the case. Spakeson just doing a little bit of fancy backward driving. And so, potentially Jadina City. Maybe. It's a possibility. I don't know. I had to think. I've had like maybe one ending around there. That's it. Had a few up by Young Goo, though. Definitely had a couple over there. We do have a hut drop between the new gen All-Stars and No Way. A pretty common one. Like Stokely, no helmet. Nade going forward from Stokely. Does that find the opening knock? No, it finds 18 damage. 18.2 damage if you want to get specific. Oh, Gladiator just spotted out. Cowboy, honestly, that tap fire did a good little chunk of damage. He's going to pop down a smoke as he goes inside the little ticket booth. Now, Poonage is going to be prepping a nade, throwing it forward. Knock is found. Lopez found a knock onto Stokely at the same time. But Gladiator is one that immediately got flushed as well. Meanwhile, it looks like Stokely is very resable. As out of nowhere, Flood got a knock onto Cowboy. So a little bit of a third party going on here from the Wolves as well. Poonage got to try and make it back over here towards Shinboy. Slabby takes down Poonage. MP5 does a lot of damage. Doesn't find a knock. He's got to go for a reload. Lopes is going to be surviving off of that. He does have a shotgun. As, MP5 versus shotgun. And, yeah, the shotgun had that one at the close range. The New Gen All-Stars go down to No Way. Toyo get some shots at Rejected as they cross the bridge. Jaratab goes down. H-Win for the Wolves kind of alone over here. Also running into Rejected. The Toyo already killed one player, and now H-Win running into 3 others. Kind of repositions his vehicle, I think, in case he wants to leave, get away from this spot. He does have Panzer as well, though. One of the players kind of pushes too hard, too fast. Coda Kid may be hunted down. Drive-by already happening from Flood. He finds a lot of damage, finds the knock, but may go straight into another player. Has to swap around as that M249 rang out from Zello. Now more shots going out from Benya. He doesn't connect with the shots, but Snakers does as he rolls up, and the drive-bys are landing up against Rejected. Voxic finds the last player. And Rejected down in 16th place. Match number 9, and an unfortunate end to their 9th match. They're sitting at the bottom of the leaderboard right now, only 15 points. You definitely want a little bit more than that. But it looks like, unless they have a crazy turnaround match in the final game, they are going to be our last place team. Slabby is telling them, hey, hurry it up. I want to get moving. This is not where I want to be. Let's get it going. Oh. So, rotations have been absolutely deadly so far today. The Wolves have only played 3 matches so far. They're up to 35 points. Currently sitting in 10th place, so just below the halfway mark on the leaderboard. But there's no reason why a couple more matches, like how they've been playing, they don't end up in 4th place. It's very possible. Like, you have the top 3 teams soaking up points, 120, 91, and 83. And every other team is just kind of even. 50 down to 25. So from 4th place down to 15th, there is a 25-point difference. That's 1 mediocre game and a bad game to 2 good games, and all of a sudden you're all the way up towards the top of the leaderboard from the bottom. That is all that amounts to. Takes some shots from Calazine. Squeezy takes a void right out of the electric tank. Nothing, making their way forward, scouting around, kind of pulling up right next to the Wolves, who, again, very dangerous so far. Their first match, they weren't, but ever since, they have been on one. 3 kills at the start of this one. Now they might be looking towards 4-0 as their next victims. Next meal just delivering themselves right into the waiting jaws Flood a little bit close here might want to run away just with the positioning of the rest of the team. Or if there's a couple of knocks that happen, it might be, hey, let's push right into this. Are they actually aware of him, or was that just a Panzer that was... What was that? Kalawi killing Kalawi in the kill feed. Don't know what happened there. Maybe he accidentally jumped out of a vehicle. Okay. Now the Wolves also set up an E-pickup. Is this to, like, bait for nothing out, or... I don't really know what the play is here. Ooh, up to the north we go, aka gonna be dead center of the zone right now. Keep out on the other side. Gonna actually be pretty happy with that. No way. Pulling up on Prison, who takes down one player, goes for more, but he gets knocked by Lopes. It looks like the rest of the Animaniacs set up on the other side of the bridge. No, Learn. Learn is rolling up on the backside of this. Oh, he could find so much damage if this times well. Nade, prepped, thrown. Gets the knock onto DNL right away. The rest of the team coming over here. Learn finds a second, going for the shots. He finds Gladiator, so that's 3 players knocked. And he looks at Lopes, but a little bit late. So that nade goes for it. Oh, Learn. He goes down, so it's Artray versus Lopes. Blue zone coming out over here, and... well, Artray ends up moving along. Yeah, you never had a chance at the res right there. Lopes throwing some more nades along edges of the smoke. Artray can't even go to the other side. I think Learn is calling out this. That nade, perfect. Yeah, finishes off the members of No Way. Wonderful. Wonderful play right there. LP just kind of sending it forward. They end up right in the middle of Gaga. Sheriff's is going to go down. It's going to be an easy kill. Now you just kind of worry about how the teams are going to consolidate. Svenny has a mortar, so... I mean, even if he doesn't shoot anyone with it, he could kind of open up some of the terrain for them to play from. H-Win did end up getting a knock onto Murillo. They're going to have to leave that player behind. It could be 5 kills for the Wolves. Tavon was found by RN0. So, Billu going to be sending it forward. H-Win tried to go for the shots, didn't actually connect with any of them. And it looks like Billu may survive for right now as a 2-man, but they're pulling up right onto a hillside next to Toyo, and they want to get involved. Nades, shots going out. Kauzine gets the first. The Molotov going forward, looks right on Svenny, doesn't find him though. Now the shots do connect. Somehow he survives for a second, but Fauna taps his head right at the end, and down they go. Oh, job. He was up on the rooftop. He doesn't get punished too much for it, and I mean, even his vest and helmet didn't really take that much damage. He does survive just fine. I got ice cream for myself, but I forgot to grab myself a drink. Whoopsie. Looks like Sweezy goes down yin yang, picking up that kill. I will say, our leaderboard really throwing me off. I think it has a little bit to do with, there's just team names and logos and stuff that I don't think we're necessarily used to seeing. But even just how they're spread out kind of surprises me. With Duel and the All-Stars kind of towards the middle of the table, and then you have Bilu all the way up towards the top with Gaga and Yin Yang. Mog has kind of proved over the past few weeks that in this sort of lobby, they are up towards the top. I think it would be a much different scenario if we had a couple more of the pro teams in the lobby. Rack taking that headshot immediately. Jumps down, tries to survive. LP getting taken down by Yin Yang and Viejo Gaga. Ooh, DMG. Headshot onto Rask. Takes him out of the vehicle from that distance. That's a good shot right there. Ooh, more mortars going out. Connect onto anything. Gabru continues to shoot them forward. That finds a little bit of damage onto Balefrost. He moves it just a little bit left. See if this one ends up getting the knock. Yes. Yes, it does. One after that, a little bit too far forward. Doesn't end up getting the flush. Now, Miksu is actually able to get a knock onto Gabru, so even though 55 was able to get a knock, they're definitely not going to be able to make anything happen. Penta coming down on his dead teammate's body. Say a Zera ready to try and punish him if he goes for the loot. They need Toyo to kind of push up and over that hilltop to put some pressure on them. Because Duel just, I mean, Penta just doesn't have anything to work with. It looks like that one smoke is going to be enough for Penta to grab any of the util and everything that he wanted. So, I mean, Miksu and Penta, they survive for now. Bunch more mortars going out. They aren't finding anything. And Penta takes down, say, a Zera. Punishes him for just being along that hillside. Nades going out for the flush. Does have to be a little bit wary of anyone coming from above him. Lear, Rasty, where do you pull up? This isn't in zone. You have found this little dip. You're throwing down emergency cover, a little bit of smoke as well. But it's not in the zone. All of this util is just being wasted right now. Just another 15, 20 meters. You're in the zone, and that emergency cover is doing you a lot more help than it is right now. They are at least getting the res onto their teammate on the edge of zone. It's like the teams have kind of started ignoring them a little bit as they have other things to deal with. Maya goes down trying to get into the zone. Zera with a good spray there. Kawazine with a knock with a mortar onto H-Win. And we see the Wolves, Snakers, Silly mode, both going down to the Molotov from Kawazine. So it's only one player left on the members of the Wolves right now. We'll see if they're going to be able to get back up. Swap over to the Mastro. He has some nades trying to throw him forward towards AKA. Now he's infiltrating the compound. Leerv a little bit farther back. Still feel like I haven't seen the Wolves get killed. Or maybe we just didn't get the notification. But nope, the Wolves are still alive, so they only lost one player, it looks like. It looks Flood is no longer there. Shots are going out through the smoke, but the Wolves surviving. They take a little bit more. Yeah, they are still alive. Now Voxic making the run. They are one spot outside of placements right now. Snakers still alive. So much damage found through the blue zone. RN0 with a double onto H-Win and Snakers, and now Gabru coming around the side, seeing if he can find anything. Do any teams fall before Voxic is found? Kawazine and Fakeson stole both of the kills away, and RN0 just laying into the folded shield. Gabru finds the headshot, and the Wolves go down in 9th. Unfortunate that they miss out on the placement points by just a single spot. Oh my god. This is, didn't realize how wet my ice cream container was gonna be as it started to thaw a little bit. That's a mistake by me. Whoops-a-doodle. Luckily, it's just onto my mouse pad. Water won't affect it in that spot that much. Spray Nanu. Oh, he lost control of it there. Maybe it would have been better to just let it go, try and go for a couple of taps afterwards. It looks like AKA fully just defensive here. One player with a shotgun holding the staircase. Fakeson trying to go for a little flick onto Karak. Joppa and Loki taking out one. Danshin just walks around with the S12K to take down the members of Yin Yang. And it looks like Toyo just taking the fight. 255. Gabru, he finds 2. Find Kawazine going for the shots. Kawazine shuts him down. Karak. A little bit too far away to try and get the trade. Kawazine make sure to get the flush onto his player. Now Karak just flushing. Making sure to get the points onto Sold. So probably try and get Fakeson next. He does have a Panzer that he can try and use onto Kawazine. Players just trying to find anything through the smoke they can. DMG, edge of the smoke, found some damage onto Kawazine. And I think these two players will just end up either going down to the blue zone or to other teams, not each other, but Kawazine is on the push, and Hey, Karak found the kill before getting killed by Mixu. I don't know how Duel has survived this. Pavey goes down as well. Duel are now in a top 3 as Penta came down in the middle of this match with absolutely nothing. I ended up just throwing down one smoke. I looted his dead teammate's body and have had Paraguay kind of sitting above both him and Mixu this entire time. And just really haven't been pushed. So they haven't been punished either. Tiska, he did spot out Mixu. Tiska's got to try and make it forward to this next kind of divot. That way he'll be in zone. At least the very start of phase number 9, he'll be in the zone. The question is, what can he do afterwards? Penta, he even has a pickaxe. He has made, I'm sure, the plenty full of holes even more crazy. Alright, I mean, this is just a completely kind of stale end game right now. Waiting for the zone to close. Duel with their crossfire probably has the best setup. Obviously, Paraguay does too, but they're gonna have to push forward before Duel does. It's all gonna be about how well Duel fights. When does Vaker possibly overextend? Does Tiska have to move from his spot? Vaker clears out that divot right in front of him with a Molotov. Here, the blue zone moving in behind him. He throws smoke. I don't know if they fully know that Mixu is still over here. I don't know how much they've kept track. Oh, Tiska. Does Tiska find... No, Tiska didn't find the opening. Mixu now shoots, so they're going to be aware of him. He's going to throw a nade all the way over here towards the 2-man of Paraguay. Good nade damage from Penta, but that one comes out in return. Barely finds anything. This nade has to be prepped for quite a while. The Molotov going to make Danny have to really go around the side. Misses the shots, and Penta is able to get the opening knock. And now it's Mixu up above the other two right now as Penta just goes for the heal. And now Duel have high angles onto both players. Mixu finds one, the Molotov finding a lot of damage, and Penta finds the other. 9 kills in the chicken dinner for Duel in match number 9. And honestly, from the spot they were in at the beginning, I think that's incredible. What they did. That worked out absolutely fantastic for them. And now we're going to go to a quick break as we get ready for match number 10. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We got right into the action between Keep Out and LP. One player already down, one player knocked. Screaming flushes out Sheriffs as well, so it's only 2 players left on LP. Getting flashbacks to the previous Miramar where Zebril took down all 4, but this time Wills hits the shots, takes him down, confirms that they won't have to be worrying about that. Rask takes down Negrazaki. That is LP down almost immediately in this one. Mog, I can't help but notice you only have 2 players, Sneak Attack and Tiska. And you have Toyo catching up. I mean, theoretically, Mog ends up in 3rd place at the worst here. Nobody else can really catch up to them any more than that. I will just say, everyone, make sure to keep your eyes glued on that kill feed. If you see anything super interesting that may have happened in the kill feed that we didn't see on camera, we will be going back through the replays trying to find some of the entertaining action that we miss out on. I already have a few different plays kind of written out here. Like 3 different ones for match 1 that I want to go back to. Kind of, even if we see it on camera, maybe if a different player was the one that got most of the kills, even. Making sure to go back and watch that. Oh, Tiska. Tiska just messing with Murillo. Dodged that first bolty flush. The bolty, it's a precision machine. You gotta be good with it. But boy oh boy, if you are good with it and you hit a couple of headshots, and you can make sure to get your flushes, it is absolutely deadly. Problem is when you have so many people so good with minis and MKs and SLRs that they can just kind of 2-tap you in the head, it gets a lot more difficult to use the bolt action, and then it's a lot easier to flush because you can get a lot more bullets out a lot quicker. As ooh, a Leerv in the kill feed. Did he just take down all of Duel? We're gonna have to go back and look at that. Veros putting the blue zone down close range. That is gonna like force him out of his position as well, though. So he has to reposition to find a different angle to fight the rest of Paraguay from, and a nade should come out right into this building. There is plenty of cover behind these bookcases, and oh, that's a couple of stuns right on his face. He's looking the wrong way, and the player almost walks right into him. Sarah Zera ends up knocking Danny afterwards. And 55 on the hillside right above. I might want to take a look. Kill feed is kind of popping off a little bit. I feel like there's a lot going on that I'm trying to keep up with all at the same time. I just realized as well, I didn't bring my beautiful face back into this. What if Jim stops by and goes like, "Excuse me, I came here just to see your face. Where are you?" Gotta make sure he can't say that to me. Gabru, oh, he's lining up the 4x spray. Takes down one, almost immediately gets traded there by Vaker. Does look like Sarazera is going to get back up on their feet. Gabru wasn't able to do too much more of it. But yeah, I think we're definitely going to have to go back through this match number 5 because there's so much action happening everywhere so far. There's already 3 things that I want to go back in and look at. In the replay. Hopefully the replay actually is recording properly, so we can go back through, kind of see some of the things that happened. Oh, Kaozin, observer glitched. He is definitely not sitting here anymore. He has gone far, far ahead, I'm sure. I mean, yeah, look at this. The Wolves have 7 kills already. And we haven't seen their POV until now. So I don't know what the heck has happened with them, but I definitely want to know because that looks real interesting. Where are they sitting right now? 10th place, 42 points. I mean, if they have a crazy match right here and Duel and Gaga and even Yin Yang don't, all of a sudden, like, they could hop right up into 4th place. I still think it's doable for that team. Like, I would not put it past them. We're gonna see Kodakid trying to shoot the person that's still in the vehicle. Maybe hopped out or right on the other side of it. But rejected. This is probably the worst week we've seen from them. Obviously, Benya probably does quite a bit for this, but I've seen Kodakid have some really good days and matches, and I just haven't seen it out of him this week, and Benya obviously wasn't here for day number 1. So, it's just unfortunate. They had a bad week. If you are going to have a bad week, though, this is the week to do it. Week number 4. It doesn't really matter as much. Obviously, it sucks to get last place, and you want to do as good as you possibly can. But at least you don't have to worry about relegation in week number 4. So they'll be able to kind of just reset, get ready for series number 12, and try and make something happen from there. As AKA drifting up the hill. I think it's something you say very often. I feel like most of the time if you're going to be drifting, it's either flat ground or down a hillside, as Artre finds one onto DMG, throws this stun forward, going for the feet, but Sayazera, good little spray. Get some damage onto him. Poka, though, had the nade to get the knock. Learn running over Krisen inside of the compound, so Poka try and shoot the rest of Paraguay off, and it looks like they are successful in their defense. And I mean, we are 10 seconds away from the next zone shift. See where this one is going to take us. Problems we may end up with. am just really hoping that the replay's actually saved properly. Because I tried to do this last week as well. I ran into some technical difficulties last week or not last week, Monday anyways. But now I'm hoping that those technical difficulties are gone and it's all gonna work really well. Oh, no. This is one of the worst times to be stuttering. Okay. We swap right over to our map feed. We were quick with it. Brack, Gabru getting a couple of kills in the kill feed. Wanted 2 separate teams as well. Alright. There is a lot going on in La Cabrera. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams there already. Rasked is in there. The rest of Keep Out trying to make their way over there, but I don't think they're going to be able to send it all the way in towards his position. We have the Animaniacs that could try and hold out members of the Copenhagen Wolves up to the northeast as Gabru. It's another kill onto Toyo. Kaozine goes down and looks like maybe a fight for the inside of La Cabrera. No Way do get eliminated by 55 PD. Wait, Kaozine's already dead here in 55. I think our other POV is a little bit behind when compared to this one. Oh, but it looks like Keep Out are just sending it into the zone anyways. Benya, Kodakid, finding the kills. Is it only Ras, the one that was already in here, left alive? Oh, that is so unfortunate for Keep Out. Just barely. Is not getting affected by that blue zone nade. It is unfortunate that the main feed is just not working right now. It was working really, really well today so far. Match 1 obviously had a tiny little hiccup, but I mean, you gotta think about the fact that it's not perfect. Never ever, I don't think, will you have a production that is absolutely perfect. You will run into small little hiccups here and there, and I think the group that runs Super League just does a phenomenal job doing whatever they can to get it fixed as quickly as possible. And there we go, Rask finally going down to Gabru. As Yin Yang coming into Cabrera now. This is actually the spot that we saw the Wolves playing at the end of week number 3. Actually, yeah, this is almost the exact same zone, or a very similar zone, to match number 10, week number 3. So just last week on Tuesday, we had a very similar zone. The Wolves were playing in the same spot that Yin Yang is right now. And Toyo was just running through Cabrera, taking down team after team after team, and Toyo actually ended up winning week number 3, and it was the Wolves that were in second place. As we are over here at Viejo Gaga, taking down Flood on the Wolves. I don't know where the rest of the Wolves are. Like, Flood may have been a lone wolf. Oh. Gosh darn it. That's annoying. Alright, Baker taking down Demostro, gets the flush as well. That little beard gets taken down by Loki. And Yang making their way forward kind of through the warehouses right now. Maya looks like he was kind of left behind. Okay. I think the replays are going to work out. Nades going forward. Japa finishes off Vaker for Paraguay. Japa prepping another nade, thrown it to the left. Curious. Looks like they do know that there's more teams over here. Has learned. Oh, he wanted to try and make it over here towards Chris and H-Win. His 5th kill. Copenhagen Wolves, 10 kills total. I mean, just another good match out of them, and that puts them, what, 52 points? So that puts them up towards the top 5. Obviously, Yin Yang's still alive. They'll be getting points. I don't think there's any members of Viejo Gaga. No, there is still a member of Viejo Gaga left. Duel, I think, have been eliminated. Question is, how many kills did they get? How many more are the Wolves gonna get? Learned. I think Japa. It's Poka getting rezzed by Artre right now. Well, the fact that I was completely wrong. Artre goes down to Andrew, so Yin Yang still just continuing this fight. Andrew with, honestly, a really good spot. He can see so much. Could be unfortunate when he has to move. H-Win, he had the angle on to learn. Being up on this rooftop is going to make him incredibly difficult to kill as well. He spots out Andrew. Does at least connect with a shot. He's just going to be going for the 6x spray, but now he swaps over to the mini. Has determined that maybe the mini is just going to do a little bit more work than the AUG right now. We did almost have that knock on to learn with the first spray. Be curious. 7 teams left. A lot of them are inside of Luckbur area, and they're going to have to move outside of it. I think, really, Toyo again. Why do I keep on saying Toyo? Toyo and Bilu 1996 are the only teams that are actually, like, outside of Cabrera. any real strong positioning. So we're going to see what the rest of the teams are going to do. 55 hopping into vehicles. Where are they going to drive? Are they going to go up to the north, or are they going to try and go down to the south? Because you can't really... I mean, either you have to go for Bilu or you have to go for Toyu, I think, because there's just nothing else you can play, and Bilu Jibs takes down 2 players on 55. Aranzira did get the trade, and now Panzer comes forward from Benya. Couple more players down. Benya up to 3 kills. Nade goes out, but just kind of stops him in his tracks for a second. Gabru is able to get a knock and flush onto Jeratab. Now you see Zello pushing forward, takes a headshot immediately as Benya just has a flying Gabru coming right at him, takes him down. Now all of a sudden we're down to 5 teams. H-Win still alive, could still pick up a couple more points. Stuns, nades going towards this position. That one goes around the corner, gets the flush, steps around, takes down Andrew. That is 9 kills in just shy of 1,100 damage for H-Win. He's going to be dealing with Benya and Zello next. 14 kills overall for the Wolves so far. Hey, I mean, they needed a decent match, and they certainly have it. And H-Win has another knock onto Zello. So now Benya over here. H-Win knows exactly where he is, goes for the shots, tap firing, runs out of bullets, swaps to the mini and takes him down before he's found by Murillo. He did get one of the kills stolen away from him. Otherwise, that would have been 11 kills for H-Win alone. Absolutely insane stuff there. And what, I said it, match number 1, each and every one of those players can have their pop-off moments, and Flood showed it in the first couple of matches, match 2 and 3, I believe, that he was just being absolutely dominant. And then H-Win shows it there with 10 kills in match number 10. And now we have a 3v3 between Toyo. I just can't say it right today. That's what we're going with. Wiener saying hello, I guess. And Bilu 1996, and I mean Toyo. I give up. I'm not saying their name anymore. Bilu 1996 are the team that has to move into this next zone. Fauna, Solds, and Fakesing can just kind of sit here, wait for them to move. They can get more proactive if they want, but there's also not really a lot of spots that they can actually play proactively. Question is, where is Fauna trying to go with this vehicle? There's back and forth. I feel like that was a lot of effort for not a lot of change, and immediate headshot as they leave the compound. More shots going out. Fakeson gets the knock onto Murillo. Fauna takes down Zvinny. And it's 1 player, Tavon. And 1v3 up against Toyo. I mean, Fakeson is out in the open. He's trying to take some shots over towards him. Has a little bit of the tree to use his cover, and so far it is just enough. He doesn't really find anything else. Good pre-fire headshot. Double headshot, actually, to get the knock onto Fakeson, so brings it down into a 1v2, little bit more winnable. Can he take the player out of the vehicle? It's a couple of shots, doesn't find anything else. 3x spray from the AUG, looking clean. This player's just not giving anything away. Tavon, he takes down Solds as well, so, I mean, there was only 1 player left, but it Looks like the res is gonna come out. A heroic effort here from Tavon, and if he doesn't end up winning it, it's tragic. He tried so hard, he's done so much, just hasn't found the last little bit that he needs. Words do be hard today. Tavon, I mean, even him hopping into the vehicle for a second, he still finds a little bit of damage. Just picking away at them slowly. Unfortunately, he has no smokes, no cover left to play. He's gonna have to go out in the open in just a second, trying to go for the nade to at least get the flush onto Solds before he goes down. So now the blue zone is here. He still refuses to move. He knows he's not going to get anything out of it. And Toyo, 4 kills in the chicken dinner in match number 10. And that is how we end it. We are going to go to just a small little break as we wait for an updated leaderboard so we can see where everything ended up, who ended where, how high the Copenhagen Wolves were able to climb. And then we're going to go through some of the matches and kind of see what happened. Because I feel like there's some things that we just didn't get to see, you know? So I want to go back through, I want to watch those and get the full course of what unfolded. How did this end up over here? Okay, final leaderboard. 55 PD do indeed take first place, 141 points. I don't think there was any doubt about that. Toyo ends up in second with 107. Okay, Garmin, third place with 102. Viejo Gaga in third place with 62 points, but right behind them is the Copenhagen Wolves. 5 matches, 62 points, 5th place. I mean, that's insane. Looking at our leaderboard, I feel like the only other outliers are kind of yin yang. 7th place, 58 points. A little bit higher than I think you would normally see them, but I feel like a lot of the points are spread out a lot more evenly below our top 3, so that's why you might see them a little bit higher. New Gen All-Stars, that's just lower than what I would expect out of them. They weren't getting very many placement points. They did have some really unfortunate rotations and everything. But that is how we come to an end with that. So now, it's not what I wanted over here. I want this. We go this. We go here. We go here. We go to our replays. And I may not find everything. But what I can do, I can go like this. And what I have first on here is Debral. Yeah. Is right here. 4 kills. Oh, okay. Go back just a little bit. Pause. Okay. Okay. I don't remember all the controls for this setting. Controls. Key bindings. Okay, observer mode, spectator mode, the replay mode on here. Replay. Pause play time with P. Okay. See, 14 bullets in the chamber. He only had 9 left after those shots. Only 6. Great shots onto Rask to get that first knock. Then he picks up the Tommy gun. Screaming, pushes out a little bit too far. Then he found his second one right afterwards. Some time goes by. And he finds Rask right there as well. And he picks up a scar and he finds Will's. Why? Capture didn't stay on the right thing. Okay. Can we make sure that we are on this? Go back to the beginning of that. Pause. J. J. Play. Okay. There we go. Now we're actually watching. Jeez. Gush golliness. Okay. Oh, he was just slow on Rat. He actually found a little bit of damage onto him, too. I just realized the audio isn't coming through. God damn it. Who left me in charge of production? Nine bullets left. 6 bullets. Finds the immediate headshot onto him. Only has 2 bullets left. Comes over here, grabs the Tommy gun. Finds Screaming to follow it up onto Pio right afterwards. Sees the smoke, decides that now is the opportunity. Tries to find them, doesn't really find anything. Ready to peek right there again with the Tommy gun. 11 bullets, finds the re-knock onto the player. Then he comes over here, steals the scar from the other one, steps around and takes down the last player. I mean, that was just a really good fight there from Zebril to take down all 4 players on Keep Out. So then our next one was Lopes. That was more towards this mark. It was Gladiator, actually. Go back just a little bit. We hear the vehicles pulling up. Shots come through. Shinboy goes down before he can even get out of the vehicle, and Gladiator's able to step up and over and take care of Stokely as well. Just a little bit of clean shooting, and the rest of New Gen All-Stars weren't around So then I think they were able to just kind of step forward, take care of the rest of the players as well. One else. Disco found a couple. The only thing else that I had for this match was Malawi. Where's right here. And it was at the 25-minute mark. Oh yeah, his little fight up against Duel at the beginning. Or at match number 1. So 1v2, smoke stuns. Miksu not quite in the spot to help fight. Bailcross peeks first. He finds one, continued the spray onto Miksu. Goes for the reload. And, oh yeah, you can see him just over the smoke. That little jump scout right there is well stepped through, because he has the jammer bag, so he could use the blue zone, and took down Miksu as well. Clean little double there. Then was found immediately afterwards. Those were the 3 replays that I wanted to go back and see for match number 1. So there was only one that I have written down here for match number 2. And that is gonna be Iraq. Match to 7 minutes. Go right here. He already had 1 kill here. Let's go back a little bit further. This might be too far. Wait, oh, he already had the kill there again. Okay. So he pulls up on... Like, Gabru is already knocked. Starts getting shot in the back. Oh my god. Just pushed up and over and absolutely annihilated Rask right there. Brought down super low. Hits the heal. The knock onto Hitson right afterwards as well. Nice to find Wills. He does it connect. Brings him down to about half. I think the follow-up does get the knock onto Wills. And it's Sweezy that finishes it off. So if we wanted it all... Oh, we gotta go back a little bit further. Rask pulls right up, gets the flush. But he steps right over, takes him down. Hits the flush and the knock onto Hitson. Grabs a couple more nades. Throws him forward, so Wills goes down. Oh, and see, I missed the timing on it again. Gosh darn. Is crack. Pulls up. First aid. Clean shots onto hits him. Like, the space is not what I want to hit. I'm trying to make this cinematic, and I just can't. Where am I? How do I... Oh. Pause. God damn it. I hate that it just starts playing instantly. It's like, that's not what I want. Pause. Get me back over to crack. You can play. Okay. X is what I want to hit. Okay. So he pulls up, getting shot in the back, takes down Rask. Up and over. Puts the shots onto hits him. Couple of sprays, picks up a couple of nades. The nades go forward. First one brings Wills down low. The second one gets that, and then we swap to Sweezy to get the finish onto Screaming. I mean, just phenomenal. That's the best I'm gonna get out of that. So that was match number 2. Match number 3. Let's see. Got two things written down for match number 3. First one a bit later. Here. Yeah, Bog was just pulling back over here. Nanu, oh, he just literally watched them. Oh, he found the next one after. Oh. Yeah, that's that's rough. Great for Nanu, honestly. But a little bit rough for the Mog players. Okay. That was that one, and then we have might not actually close enough. Then there's a plane sound overhead. Airbus is up here right now. That's hilarious. What we want is actually near the 20-minute mark, though. Doubt you'll be in the glider anymore. Oh. Pause. We do actually see it in the kill feed right here. Okay, we gotta go back a little bit more. See what happens. Speed up a couple of times. Okay, so that's 2 knocks straight onto Rast, and Wills just immediately when the nade comes out. It only took 1 nade as well. Hold up. Hold up. So quickly. Just boom, they hop out. 1, 2. Grabs the nade. Throws it forward. Ah, that's not cinematic. Attempt number 2. We gotta make that a little bit better. Pause. J. Okay. Play. Okay. We gotta click. So 1, 2. Preps the nade, throws it forward, and gets screaming. Clean there from Veros. Alright. That is what I had for match number 3 for a couple of the highlights that we may have missed out on a little bit. Definitely missed out on the first couple. We did get to see the nade. Now we go back here. Back to the replay. I only have 1 marked down for here, so we'll just jump to that one real quick. Like it, Kazine. Kazine. The 20-minute mark. Oh, we got a mortar. On to H-Win. Is that all? I do think H-Win got res. So I think 3 players went down here. Speed it up a little bit. They still haven't gotten H-Win just yet. They're just trying to get things figured out. Oh, Molotov came forward, that's right. So Snakers and Flood both went down. But I think they got back up for the most part. I think Flood got finished by that nade, but they got Snakers back up on his feet as well, yeah. Alright, so nothing too crazy from that one. I don't even think that was too highlight of a play. It's not like the mortar ended up getting them all. But, hey. Sometimes you just gotta go check, see what happened. This one, I have so many things right at the beginning that I feel like we didn't get to see, but there was also like a lot going on. So, we're gonna start with Blood. A lot of this is the Copenhagen Wolves as well. So we have this. We go to I think this is okay. So we spot Benya. It looks like Benya wants to try and fight. Leaves himself exposed on the side of the hill. He gets knocked. His now Flood. hops in the vehicle, goes low ground on Kodakid, takes a bunch of damage, and then still ends up getting the kill. I mean, yeah. That's just fantastic right there by Flood. Okay, that was the first thing. The next thing we have is a Lear. At 5 minutes. We'll go a little bit before. Okay. Well, maybe even go slightly before that. So, Wooly pulling up. Oh, this is how Duel died. Oh, Mixu took down Racing. Oh, what a clean double from Alirv. Immediately gets the flushes as well. The Panzer came through and he found the shots onto Wooly while being super, super low as well. Then it's just Penta. He reloads the shotgun and he takes him down. Oh, my. I mean, that was just such a fast wipe right there. So then we go back over to the Wolves. And honestly, if I just go like 2 times speed, H-Win got AV. Cowboy ran over Pavey. So many shots happening. H-Win's actually taking down the All-Stars right there. So maybe going back, looking at it from his POV. Cowboy did get the flush. Okay. So we actually want to start this at H-Win's POV. Like right here, maybe? H-Win's POV takes down Shinboy, takes down Stokely. Then we hop over to Voxic, who, after Snakers gets flushed, just pushes over here and takes down Cowboy. And, I mean, that's how the All-Stars got eliminated. We're down to 13 teams at this point in this last match. So, I mean, then we have another clip by H-Win. It's looking like right around the 10-minute mark. Oh, wait, it was closer to the 11-minute mark. Okay. So he just hops out, starts doing a little bit of damage. Vehicle somehow despawns in the replay mode. Oh, it's just one little burst right there took them both out. Okay, replay mode being a little bit wonky, I feel like here. 2 tires missing. He's playing behind the vehicle right here, obviously. Then he steps out, and he just holds down the trigger for a second, and he ends up with both. Alright. Easy peasy for him. But that's all I had for highlights that I wanted to go back and look at. So, that's going to be it for me. I appreciate anyone who stopped by, came by and supported. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.